I am Louis Maingu. Thank you for joining us. Papua New Guinea has declared a national HIV crisis after a surge in infections, with the National Capital District seeing a 3.6% prevalence rate.
The declaration is more symbolic, activating a national emergency response plan, enabling cross-sector coordination and investment in HIV services. Minister for Health Elias Kapavore said the rise in the new HIV infections in Papua New Guinea is deeply concerning, and as such he is declaring this a national HIV crisis. He added that HIV is a disease of inequality and that we need to support and empower those who are impacted. Department of Health Acting Secretary Kenwai echoed Minister Kapavore's call for action and said we must scale up access to HIV testing and treatment. High rates of HIV testing at all points of care is a critical component of the global strategy to end the HIV epidemic. Current rates of HIV testing in PNG are too low. According to World Health Organization's condoms have had a significant impact on the global HIV epidemic. Model simulations estimate that increased condoms use since 1990 has averted approximately 117 million new HIV infections. United Nations says it will provide as much support as needed to the national government to contain this crisis. Nicole Rama, National MTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape said it was a roller coaster for the country in the last 6 years, adding that its government is pushing for 130 billion kina economy at the very earliest.
Prime Minister James Marape said the country's economy was 79.6 billion kina when his government took over in 2019. Marape said in 2018, as far as the gross domestic product growth was concerned, PNG's economy was at negative 0.3%. He said economic statistics from International Monetary Fund, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, and Central Bank indicated a decline in 2014.
We want a decline from the high in 2014, where we posted above 8% growth. We will decline until we pull on the handbrakes in 2019. We pulled on the handbrakes in 2019 and we came on board. With a special focus on few fronts we felt were absolutely necessary to resuscitate the economy.
He stressed that during the COVID pandemic, the government seized that time to refinance and restructure its budgets.
We had a couple of heavy commercial borrowings. It's documented on record. It's not textually speaking. You ask anyone, they will tell you. For instance, the Credit Suisse 2-year borrowing. We have a black label against us on that debt we must repay all in all in 2028. It was PNG sovereign borrowing that then pressure went on board, also on board about $500 billion to finance 2017.
As a way of borrowing cheaply from reliable concessional multinational lenders, Marape thanked World Bank, IMF and ADB for partnering with the government to stabilize the economy. The Prime Minister also highlighted on the Japanese government's loan of $280 million at 0.01% interest. He concluded that governments borrow to invest in economies for businesses to grow. Jacinta Doctor, National MTV News.
During the launching of the Land Use Information System yesterday, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Lands and Physical Planning announced that the department is generating more after the use of electronic portal for land payments.
The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Lands and Physical Planning, John Rosso, said the department has been a problematic department. However, they are really working on it for some transformation.
It has been, and I admit, a problematic department. It has been. But I would like to assure everyone that the Secretary, the staff, his deputies, and myself are on a vision to transform the Lands Department. I don't chest beat, don't go around putting out media releases and stuff, but I can confidently say that the department has done some transformational changes. An example would be the payment portals that the department has enhanced.
He said in the previous years the department used to make 9 million kina annually. However, the new portal system, they have made a huge amount of money annually.
Used to collect only 9 million kina in its annual collection for the whole of land in Papua New Guinea. And I was a bit shocked seeing that we own 4% this government alienated land in the whole country. And the collection of 9 million kina was quite a small collection. So just by tweaking a few systems and using an electronic portal now, I am pleased to inform that that electronic portal has taken out lines, waiting in lines, that we hate to do that in PNG. I hate standing in line. But that system now has enabled people to sit in the comfort of their homes and pay the bills, receive invoices, receive work notices, ensuring that the payment schedules are on time. And that has now enabled the Lands Department to be effectively collecting, as of last year, 60 million per annum in direct land rates from a measly 9 million in a space.
Mr. Rosso said they are working together with the Internal Revenue Commission and other agencies on these issues.
IRC and other collection agencies, land-related functions now contribute to whole of government first about 170 million kina per annum that is collected and given back to the government first, not to lands, but straight back. As a collection agency, lands has greatly enhanced it. I'd like to say thank you to the Secretary and all the technical staff and the partners involved in that. So electronic use of system is the way to go now. It didn't mean hiring new staff. We didn't hire any more staff. We didn't spend 50 million to go and buy a new system. That system that we put in cost us zero. Zero TOIA output, resulting in 170 million income. Direct income of 60 million kina. This year, we'll surplus it to about 70 million in direct revenue from land rates and land taxes. And that is the way we should be going electronically. I am now...
Samantha Solomon, National MTV News.
Meanwhile, John Rosso also announced that by December, electronic survey title system will be in place.
Working towards ensuring that we have, working in conjunction with this to ensure that we have electronic titles, electronic surveys, and electronic records of all lands departments. So the days of looking for a file, the days of a survey being put on top of another survey without proper justification, the days of adjusting things, the days of slowness inside the lands department, the days of abuse should be very shortly a thing of the past. By December, we should have the first electronic titles rolled out so that people can have security of tenure to government alienated land titles.
PNG Power Limited continues to undertake training for its lines officer at the PNG Power Training College in Port Moresby.
This training is part of the company's ongoing vision to train and upskill its technical staff to carry out their daily work professionally, as well as taking safety into account. Technical teams were flown into Port Moresby from different centers across the country to undertake their final tradesman certificate training, competency-based training, and line level 3 training, which will run for 6 weeks. Upon completion of this training, officers who pass the training will receive their tradesman certificates. According to the line's trainer, Mr. Michael Charlie, not everyone makes it through, as it takes commitment and dedication to complete the program. Candidates came from Kokopo, Maprik, Mendi, Tari, Lei, Madeng and Kwikila, which marks the 4 regions of PNG. Mr. Charlie applauded respective center managers for always pushing forward for their lines officers, training and upskilling. He said the process makes it very unique in a sense that staff will return to their respective centers and continue to pursue their quality work, output in maintaining power reliability. Pakatambua, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja lah. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
Soft and lovely hair growth cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trends Salons, and all retail shops near you.
MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12.
We haven't had a voice like yours.
This week, our top 14 contestants step up their game with this round's genre being pop music.
You came to win. Okay.
Join us to find out who makes it through to the top 11. Tomorrow night at 7:30. Only on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. A nurse at the Litre Clinic on the east coast of Vanimo has taken an unusual but effective step to improve children's health in its community. He noticed that many children were becoming sick due to poor nutrition and decided to do something about it. To help solve the problem, the nurse started the Litre Fishing Association. The goal was simple: catch fish to provide a healthy source of protein to improve the children's diet. Donald Yawa believes that fish is a true superfood packed with an impressive variety of nutrients that are vital for children's growth and development.
Because me want pla nest, me work housing, lo here lo light housing, na me looking nutritional status belong all piginini, and one area where all piginini are sick because long type of food or protein and low long ogata diet. So then instead me sidang lausik na weight long or sick man at treating all, especially all piginini, then me initiating this project come up. So that was to improve health long Pikinini.
Mr. Yawa said the EU Straight PNG program visited Laitre village and saw that their fishing group was already operating. Hence, they supported them with a boat, motor and fishing gear. Today, the Laitre Fishing Association has 287 members and half of them are women, mostly the wives of the fishermen.
Straight program. So time all been come, only final say one block group and already established the staff in this. So now I've been making connection in this. Time all mangi, I mean members only working fish cats come. Sampla mi bless golo market, moving golo market. Sampla mi bless tilim all members long. Make sure families have something good for their meals. So mi bless I giving go begin. So at least this la intention because the project has to be met.
As more people began to understand the value of fish, they started catching fish not only for their own families, but also to sell in Vanimo town to earn income. However, the group still faces challenges, especially with storage facilities. Although EU Straight PNG provided some support, the storage facility has problems and does not meet their needs.
Challenge now mi play gat longan. Kano say improving flow blow business blow mi play storage. Time mi blow catch finish come lo here. Through straight help me play one time solar sets na freezer sana, but it is not helping at all. I'm not helping because freezer in a work. So mi blood same day mi blood mas moving piece. It's another expense again. Sometimes mi blood bagrabbing piece. Now we don't make money. Instead of gaining, mi blood lose.
Meanwhile, Chairman of Laitre Fishing Association has called on West Pacific Provincial Government to create a better market for fishermen in Vanimo to sell their catch. Donald Yawa and his group members usually face challenges of marketing because there is no steady market for them to sell their catch.
Provincial government or even district government almost owning exit point belong fish. Millions of fish and more stuff. Ikatolan or man merilo place. They should own almost owning one outlet where all man bakana putting fish. So it's their business to moving fish go outside.
He said the provincial government, as the rightful authority, has to create a market for local fishermen.
Suppose they also can stand with us, create them some like a document paper, Indonesian just wait stuff. People can move more the fish go. If all Vanimo man Mary or Sandan people like local fish, then people salim go sample line. But they have to create our pathway. The same authority in place.
Mr. Yawa said the only market for fish in Vanimo that pays better are the hotels and supermarkets.
Because market too, steady. One steady market lo Vanimo where people buy got 100% source and time people catch or got the products by all bakisim. No got. In Vanimo, one steady market. Time people buy karem call but to fridge pull up. So thinking that this low line to pay. So got the hotel, all supermarkets, this low line. Steady. So you can have a group is supplying fish go inside, na time people go and bami people again.
A total of 31 seafarers undergone sessions on good values and servant leadership with PNG Tribal Foundation on board Fly Alliance and Fly Prosperity at Motukea and Agromarine Wharf in Port Moresby this week.
Seafarers includes engineers, deck crews, navigators, including ship captains, have undergone the training on good values and servant leadership. The P&O Maritime Logistics General Manager Isabella Cooley said the partnership with PNG Tribal Foundation is fitting for the 50th anniversary as Papua New Guinea celebrates in September 16. The company will also celebrate its staffs trained with good values and servant leadership, not just for their personal growth but for professional growth at P&O. She said as a maritime company operating in the country with 98% local employees, they have asked themselves on how they will celebrate the September 16. Chief Engineer Abe Mulung said the values fits into their day-to-day life and even their jobs, as well as they will also pass it on to their families at home when they return.
Day-to-day, our lives will go through different, facing difficulties or this when we go through our job. Like this training also help us build our courage, our knowledge, help us also to better educate, pass on our knowledge to our upcoming people coming working on board, and also for us to make a change for better for the upcoming our junior officers, and also for our families who doesn't see changes, the change start with us, for us individual, so that they can follow and better be good values, be a good servant and leadership in the future.
The P&O Maritime plans to have the program with PNG Tribal Foundation on their 10 vessels operate between Port Moresby and Fly River. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News.
A total of 15 participants from the private and public sectors have graduated yesterday from the 2-week training of trainers program that was conducted by the Small to Medium Enterprise Corporation.
The 15 participants were certified to deliver entrepreneurship training throughout the 6,112 wards in Papua New Guinea. The graduates were from the Tourism Promotion Authority, Kokoda Initiative Partnership, PNG Electoral Commission, Santos Foundation, TASA Delight Services, Artland Consultancy Services, Elma Kim Transport Services, and SME Corporation. The Training of Trainers program is part of SME Corporation's nationwide TOT rollout project aimed at delivering entrepreneurship training to citizens in the country. With inadequate entrepreneurship and capacity building identified as one of the key micro, small, medium enterprises development constraints, the SME Corporation initiated this TOT Trainers program in 2020 to help MSMEs. Since the program's inception, about 300 certified trainers were trained by SME Corporation. Jacinta Doctor, National MTV News.
The International Organization for Migration has reaffirmed its partnership with Papua New Guinea government to address migration and development challenge.
This was revealed during a high-level courtesy visit by International Organization for Migration Regional Director for Asia and Pacific Iori Kato to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Lands and Physical Planning John Rosso. The engagement is a shared commitment and strong relationship between the IOM and the PNG government in addressing the country's pressing issues like migration and development challenges, particularly in the context of climate change, disaster response, internal displacement, rapid population growth, rural-urban migration, and increased regional mobility. Deputy Prime Minister Rosso acknowledged IOM's continued technical and operational support in helping PNG manage its complex migration landscape. IOM Regional Director for Asia and Pacific Iori Kato has reaffirmed IOM's long-standing commitment to working in close partnership with the government to ensure that migration is safe, orderly, and beneficial for all Papua New Guineans. This engagement is part of IOM's broader mission to advance the Sustainable Development Goals and the United Nations Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework in Papua New Guinea. Lauren Jimal, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
The GWM Tank 500 has a super luxurious interior with 7 family-friendly seats, and it really loves going off-road. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business.
They launched its VPN.
Politics.
To infiltrate into our systems.
Sports and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. A real estate company, PNG Houseplace, hosted a 2025 Real Estate Expo in Port Moresby this weekend. The event featured a number of exhibitors, seminars. Hundreds of guests attended the event.
PNG Houseplace Real Estate Expo is an annual event aimed at providing opportunity to explore, connect for people who are interested in real estate to take their property journey to the next level. The event held at the Sir John Guy's Indoor Stadium started yesterday and ended today. General Manager for PNG Houseplace, Tom Snelling, said the event had attracted first-time home buyers, investors, renters, property developers and general public who are curious about PNG property market.
Developers, investors, anybody who has properties could put their properties on our website free of charge, and any inquiries that the public make will go directly to the agent or to the seller or to the landlord. So that's the principle that we've always run by, and it's worked very, very well for the last 11 years. So what we wanted to do was to do something a little bit more interactive, something a little bit more exciting, not just agencies, not just developers, but also getting the banks involved and getting all different aspects of the industry together.
Mr. Snelling said financial institutions, especially the banks, are the key players in real estate. Representatives from a number of commercial banks held a seminar, and the participants had the opportunity to ask questions.
6 banks, but 5 banks are with us. And I did ask that question yesterday, in fact, and the response that I got was it's not so much that the interest rates are going down, but they are trying to improve the service. And it may not be perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. So I think the objectives of the banks at the moment is to try and decrease the queues and respond to queries quickly.
Mr. Snelling said the event is getting bigger and better every year, and it has become a popular event.
Done this every year since 2017. So we took a 2-year break during COVID, of course, but every other year we've done the expo, and we get great crowds coming through.
Pakatambua National MTV News.
The Small to Medium Enterprise Corporation has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Tourism Promotion Authority yesterday to collaborate and leverage expertise and resources from the respective organizations. Following the signing of the MOU, the two parties are committed to fostering a long-term relationship that will bring tangible benefits to tourism MSME operators. It was noted that both organizations recognize the importance of cooperation in driving MSME development in the country. This MOU will allow for the development of micro, small to medium enterprises and services for tourism MSME operators in the country. The Salesian family celebrated 150 years of missionary life at the level of the congregation, their Jubilee Year of Hope, 45 years of their presence in Araimiri, and 40 years at Don Bosco Technical School at Gabutu.
The members of the Salesian family gathered for the spiritual retreat from 22nd to the 28th June 2025 at the Amos Conference Center, Boroko. Missio Dei was the theme of the retreat, which included participants from Salesians, Salesian sisters, and missionary sisters of Mary Help of Christians. The retreat was preached by Father Matthew Job, SDB, a missionary in Africa. Father Matthew, who traveled over 1,000 kilometers from Kenya in Africa, guided the participants through these sacred days, infusing in each one a spirit of prayer, reflection, and renewal. Brother Mino Nomanjahari Francois shared that sometimes, as a missionary, we attempted to think that we are the center of the mission. We are co-workers of God. God is the center of the mission. The church and the person are instruments. The sessions held showed gratitude to all who have made the retreat possible and will continue to assure each other of a prayerful remembrance. Nicole Rama, National MTV News.
And now moving to overseas news. U.S. President Donald Trump has welcomed a Supreme Court decision limiting the powers of federal court judges to stop his orders.
Yeah, good morning to you. Well, since Donald Trump took back the Oval Office in January, one of the major checks on his power have been the courts here in the United States. And we have seen on multiple occasions federal courts order what are called universal injunctions, nationwide injunctions to stop his orders from actually being implemented. So although this particular matter that the Supreme Court was deciding on was in relation to one of his most contentious executive orders, and that was to strip away what's called birthright citizenship. That is, at the moment, if you are born in America, even if you are born to, say, undocumented migrants, you automatically become an American citizen. He wanted to change that rule, and there had been federal courts that had ordered an injunction on that issue, basically not allowing it to go into place. So what the Supreme Court has found in a 6-3 ruling, the 6 conservative justices all on the affirmative on this particular matter, saying that actually those individual federal courts do not have the power to impose a nationwide ban. They did not actually look at whether or not the executive order was or was not constitutional, but it is stopping future federal courts from actually putting in place these nationwide bans. And we will see now how this will play out. Critics have already suggested that this will lead to chaos and confusion when you have different parts of America saying that individual executive orders are or aren't legal. But it does appear that this gives the United States president much more power. There's less of a check on his power by the federal court system, and Donald Trump has welcomed it.
A British judge has paid tribute to a 14-year-old boy who was killed by an attacker with a sword during a rampage in April last year.
Marcus Monzo nearly decapitated Daniel and Jordan during a series of attacks in East London, in which he also assaulted several other people, including police officers. Monzo said he did not remember carrying out the attacks, and his lawyers argued he should not be found guilty of murder as he was suffering from a cannabis-induced psychosis. The judge rejected the defence argument and sentenced Monzo to 40 years in jail, saying the death of Daniel and Jordan was heartbreaking.
Daniel was a clever boy. He was gifted musically and played a variety of sports well. He was a happy child, and his loss is obviously devastating to his parents and his brother and sister and his grandparents.
National MTV News continues after the break with Tok-bek Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
The all-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Broco Motors for a spin.
Soft and lovely hair growth cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trends Salons, and all retail shops near you.
The numbers capacity is for not more than 10,000 women per year. Last year we had 17,000, which is nearly double what our facility is designed max capacity.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with Dr. Glenn Moller. Would you say Papua New Guinea has a population problem?
Yes, very much so.
That's all, Monday night. MTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary. Tok-bek Sports.
Welcome to Tok-bek Sports. Round 3 of the Soccer Premier League in Game 1 today, Soekar United FC securing a convincing win over Port Moresby Strikers.
Hekari United FC secured a convincing 3-1 victory over Port Moresby Strikers in round 3 of the Premier Soccer League at the PNG Football Stadium. The match saw both teams showing determination. Hekari United FC took the lead in 1-0 in the first half. Hekari came back stronger and scored 2 more goals in the second half. The Port Moresby Strikers managed to pull one back but couldn't close the gap. Hekari's coach further noted on their win today.
Very important win for us because we buy just our second game. Most teams they played 3 games already, but we came out with a win today. To me, I think I'm happy. But like I said, a lot of things to do. Transition come in with the Hekari boys.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The Medang United Football Club is focused and aiming for a strong finish in the competition.
After drawing a match today, Medang United team captain told Trukai Sports about the team's journey.
Name me am Leom Kuyao Miblo Medang district place Amele. So Mibla come stop lo most Mibla youths Mibla willing straight lo play lo PMSA competition, so Mibla thinking strong na Mibla ask him sponsor go now. Gaman all sana backset lo Mibla all support Mibla no sponsor now. Mibla can play.
Kuya also said the aims and goals for this year and also highlighted the challenges faced.
Mibla thinking lo Mibla all mangi mo Mibla thinking mo Mibla must play strong. Na win him la division Mibla staff no Mibla la go kama play lo premier o Mibla sa planti mo thinking o Mibla mas planti Mibla team mas select Mibla na go play out na sila kan Mibla like kini more experience lo soccer competition so lo future career Mibla wana. As a captain, me got big lad ting na 3 manos me bla mas got full facilities lo training na inside lo team mas plantel mangi mas improve lo so kana sa future career lo.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The PNG women's football team was farewelled in a special dinner last night ahead of the Oceania Nations Cup in Fiji. They are ready to defend their title.
The PNG Football Association hosted a farewell dinner at the Hilton Hotel in Port Moresby last night for a PNG women's national football team. They are set to compete in the 2025 Oceania Women's Nation Cup from July 4th to 19th in Fiji. President John Capinato praised the players, coaches and staff for their hard work and commitment over the last 3 months. He said the team has the strength, skill and spirit to make the country proud again. The event included speeches, words of encouragement and thanks to the team and officials. It also showed unity and support from PNG FA ahead of the big tournament. The team will fly out on Tuesday, July 1st. PNG is defending champion of the tournament. They will play their first match against Samoa on July 4th, then Tahiti on July 7th and Cook Islands on July 10th. These matches will decide if PNG moves into the finals and keeps the Oceania title. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja na. Yum.
Beef stiff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Soft and lovely hair growth cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trends Salons, and all retail shops near you.
The all-new, powerful GWM Power. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The Money Plus Port Moresby AFL competition is eyeing round 2 of the competition.
Moneyplus Port Moresby AFL Association Treasurer Danny Maisu told Trukai Sports today that the competition is running smoothly with teams showing improvements.
We see that the comp is picking up and eating up. We're seeing teams pick up with their match fitness, and it's becoming very competitive. We have 3 more games before we complete round 1 and start round 2.
He further elaborated on the competition and further gave his remarks.
In A grade, we have the Guinea Magpies leading the comp with very strong competition coming in from West and Gereka Bombers. In Reserve grade, we have the NCWM Thai Hawks, who is a new team, currently leading the reserves competition as well. And in the women's competition, we also have Guinea Magpies leading the women's comp as well, with a very strong competition coming from another of our new teams, the Sky Roos. Yeah. So we currently into our game 6 of round 1 now. We're completing that this weekend. Before we're advancing on to the next 3 games to complete round 1.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The biggest netball competition in the country is heating up as teams in the Premier Division battle for supremacy.
With the competition running smoothly over the past weeks, Port Moresby Netball Association President Linda Ligo gave a brief on the competition.
This is our round 2. We're now into round 2 and second game. So they have 5 more games to go before we get into our finals. So the competition is getting tougher now, and a lot of talent and potential players are now coming out clearly. They're using their skills now because they're heading into the finals now. So yeah, we are now into our round 2 and game 2.
She also shared highlights on the competition, especially the Premier Division.
Well, at the moment, the last year's Premier, I'm talking on the Premier Division only. This is the cream of the association, so we're actually talking on them because there's more. A lot of our national players come from the Premier teams, so the teams are getting tougher. However, the score lines between some of the Premier teams are like 20, 30 points apart, and these are between, like, we just had Mystics and Veopunama. Veopunama's score line margin was about 30 points ahead of Mystics. So basically, the teams all the premier teams will need to pull up the socks to actually get into the final 4 of the finals. Yeah.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Fairfax volleyball competition saw round 10 matches with 2 more rounds left before finals.
Speaking to Trukai Sports today, Fairfax volleyball competition assistant chairman gave an insight of the round 10 matches.
With Fairfax, we are heading towards round 10. This weekend is our round 10. We have 2 more weekends to go. We have round 11 and 12 to complete our season. Teams are leading at this moment now. We have, for men's premier, we have Hillside on the top. Second, we have Raukele and Falcon.
He also noted what is expected of the upcoming matches next week.
We're having a very upset from Premier team. We have an upset from Falcon team. They are making their way back in. They're going to make an upset for men's Premier. For women's Premier, we have Hillside, who will be maintaining their stronghold. Raukele and Falcon has to fight their way up. For men's 21, we have Raukele still running strong.
More exciting matches are expected as the competition heads into its finals. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes are on Papua.
Now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel, and you're watching
all the younger ones should follow.
Sports Scene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours. In southern region, Port Moresby partly cloudy with possible showers. Daru cloudy with occasional rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kerema cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Alotau cloudy periods with chances of rain showers and possible thunderstorms in the evening. And Popodeta partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorm. In the Bamasi region, Lake City cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. Medeng cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Wewak cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorm. And Vanimo cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorm. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kavieng cloudy period with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kokopo and Rabaul partly cloudy with few rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kimbe cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorm. And Buka becoming cloudy with showers, rain and possible thunderstorm. In the islands region, Mount Again City cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa cloudy periods with heavy rain at times and possible thunderstorm. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg cloudy with heavy showers, rain and thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 28th of June 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Coming up next. At 7 p.m., Japan Video Topics. 7:30 p.m., AFL Premiership Season. 10:30 p.m., Aussie Snake Wrangles. 11 p.m., National MTV News Replay. And 12 a.m., One News.